Grey's fans, grab your tissues and your scalpels, because season 22 is pulling zero punches. From a beautiful, tear-jerking tribute to a beloved Grey's legend to a spicy new romance that has the entire fandom buzzing, we have so much to unpack today. Plus, we're breaking down exactly what to expect in tonight's brand new episode. Hey, lovely viewers! Welcome back to our channel, Grey's Anatomy Official. I'm your host, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a huge thumbs up so you never miss out on the latest Grey-Sloan memorial drama. We've got a massive update for you today. Let's scrub in. First, we have to start with the incredibly heavy and emotional ending to episode 11. As many of you know, our Grey's family lost a legend last month. Eric Dane, who brilliantly brought Dr. Mark McSteamy Sloan to life, tragically passed away on February 19 at the age of 53 following a courageous battle with ALS. At the end of episode 11, the show paid a beautiful tribute to Eric. Set to the iconic Grey's anthem, Chasing Cars, the 65-second montage walked us through some of McSteamy's best moments. From his very first, Dirty Mistresses, scene to becoming a father to Sophia, and his legendary bromance with Derek Shepherd. The tribute ended with Mark's unforgettable quote, "If you love someone, you tell them, you say it loud," followed by his poignant line from Meredith's COVID Beach dream, "Don't waste one single minute." It was a beautiful send-off for an actor who gave us so much. Cast members, including Katherine Heigl and Patrick Dempsey, have shared touching tributes, with Katherine quoting Robert Frost to remember Eric's gold. "We are sending all our love to his wife, Rebecca Gayheart, his daughters, and everyone who loved him. Rest in peace, McSteamy." Transitioning from our tears of sorrow to some major drama and excitement in the OR. Dr. Amelia Shepherd is officially back from her 3-month sabbatical, and she's certainly made up for lost time. Katerina Scorsone spoke out about her 7-episode absence, explaining that Amelia needed a break after the terrifying hostage and explosion trauma of the season 21 finale. But now, she is back, refreshed, and running right into her past. Enter Dr. Toni Wright, the new plastics attending played by Yellowstone star Jen Landon, who, by the way, is the daughter of Hollywood icon Michael Landon. Toni and Amelia went to med school together, and Amelia always thought Toni hated her. But surprise! It turns out Toni was just avoiding Amelia because she had a massive crush on her. Sparks were absolutely flying over the operating table. Katerina Scorsone herself called the new dynamic a sexy and horny, officially dubbing the ship name Amelone. The episode ended with Amelia taking Toni home, skipping dinner straight for a dessert. Are you guys shipping Amelone? Let me know in the comments. But Amelia wasn't the only one bringing the heat in episode 11. Here's a quick recap of the other massive moments. Bailey bosses up. Dr. Bailey had to humble Lucas, who was completely neglecting his current patients to obsess over a cancelled clinical trial for Katie. Bailey put him directly in his place, reminding him that a good doctor doesn't abandon the patients in front of them. Fertility friends, Jules and Simone bonded big time. After treating a doctor who tried to give himself a DIY vasectomy, yes, you heard that right, yikes, as Jules decides to join Simone in freezing her eggs so her friend doesn't have to do it alone. Just don't call them fertility friends in front of Jules. It's official, Teddy and Owen finally signed their divorce papers. Teddy admitted she was terrified of everything falling apart, but as Owen pointed out, it already has. Which brings us to tonight. Today is Thursday, March 5, 2026, which means season 22, episode 12, titled Get Lucky, airs tonight at October 9th, see on ABC. Here is what you can expect. The medical tension is skyrocketing between Teddy and Winston. In episode 11, Teddy's patient Corbin started crashing because the TEVR procedure failed. Now, Winston is stepping in, suggesting Teddy made the wrong call from the very beginning. Will they be able to pull off the risky, experimental procedure to save Corbin's life? Meanwhile, Amelia and Toni are going on their first proper date. Will the mesoplastic surgeon and our chaotic neuroqueen actually be a match made in heaven? Plus, Joe and Link are leaving the babies with a nanny for the first time, and Bailey is on a mission to help Ben prove he has what it takes to survive in plastics under Dr. Wright's tough leadership. You are not going to want to miss this one. Alright, Grey's fam, I want to hear from you. What did you think of the beautiful tribute to Eric Dane? Are you on board the Amelia ship? And do you think Teddy made a massive mistake with her patient? Drop all your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this update, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a beat at Grey Sloan Memorial. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Grey's Anatomy Official. The Great Queer TV Character Smackdown is a tournament of greatness inspired by March Madness, in which 16 icons of the small screen face off against each other. One winner emerges, the rest is up to our referees, writers. Follow the competition here. Only this gay website and my fake gay job could have me agonizing for days over which fictional character should win this gay bracket game. This is the battle of the Shondaland bisexuals, Annalise Keating, Viola Davis versus Calliope Iphigenia, Callie Torres, Sarah Ramirez, and as a lover of rhymes, unhinged and iconic nighttime soaps, this is an awful position to be put in. But I soldier on because the world needs this. Callie Torres is the badass orthopedic surgeon at Seattle Grey Sloan Memorial and is widely recognized as the longest-running bisexual character on TV, weighing in at a whopping 11 consecutive seasons. I routinely sing her praises because she is the only truly good person on that show. And by that I mean that she never lied, never broke the rules, was never vindictive or vengeful, everything that happened after the plane crash was just a joke, okay, and always showed up being completely herself whether people liked it or not. But every decent person on the show loved her because she was just so lovable. At the time Grey's Anatomy hit the air, there was very little size diversity when it came to main characters on screen. Miranda Bailey and Callie Torres were among the first characters that anyone over a size 10 could see themselves in, including myself, and both were characters who commanded tremendous respect without their size ever being a focal point of their stories, aside from when George O'Malley, a delusional man, thought he was settling for Callie because she wasn't blonde or stacked like Katherine Hagel. That doesn't mean she didn't face her fair share of struggles. She was cheated on by her husband, dumped by her first girlfriend for being bisexual, and cheated on by her wife down the line, but not really because it wasn't real. Her coming-out storyline, which led to rejection from her father, hit close to home, but their reconciliation felt healing. The loss of her best friend due to the plane crash and her amputating her wife's leg against her express wishes rather than losing her too was completely heartbreaking. And I know I said everything that happened after the plane crash wasn't real, but the immediate aftermath was character-defining. Yet the most important thing to remember about Callie Torres is the joy. She danced around in her underwear, excelled at doing what she truly loved, aka carpentry, found a best friend in her friend with benefits that was pure, and created a beautiful blended family full of love. She will always be important to me for this reason. 8 years after Callie Torres crossed paths with the Magic Crew, the acronym of the initials of the first group of interns, Annalise Keating opened a lecture at the fictional Middleton University with 6 salacious words on a chalkboard: how to get away with murder. Much as Grey's did with Magic, the show follows a group of 5 plucky upstarts, this time pursuing careers as lawyers rather than surgeons. Just like Grey's, one of them dies, they make amateur mistakes, break rules, make tremendous messes of things, and sleep with people they shouldn't. Here's what's different: Gotham is dark as hell. I mean, it would be quite misleading if a show with this title wasn't. Every rookie mistake comes with a body count, and their professor and mentor, Keating, goes to increasingly morally compromising and straight-up illegal lengths to clean up their messes. When it comes to keeping herself and these students out of jail, there's not a single line she wouldn't cross, including putting her lover in jail. But just for a little while, you know. And this was as true of her when she was fighting for the good guys as it was when she was representing the really, really bad guys. Apart from her being a professional law-practicing lawbreaker, she is riddled with inner emotional turmoil. One of her most emphasized struggles is her battle with alcoholism, as people often joke about, but addiction is a monster of a disease, and we see just how ferocious it can get through her. She is also a sexual assault survivor, was betrayed by her husband and then widowed, lost a baby, lost the person who she loved like a son, ran from the woman she loved because she was unable to contend with her sexuality, and continued to suffer trauma after trauma throughout the show. And how does she handle it all? Badly, like 75% of the time. She screws up majorly and asks for forgiveness. She loves with all her heart but has built walls up sky high. She's brilliant and unbearable, and it's so hard to watch but also impossible to look away. We can't talk about all the complexity that comes through in Annalise without talking about Viola Davis. The thing about Davis is that when she is in a role, it's not her. She is fully embodying what's on those pages, and apart from her skillful and trademark snot-nosed crying, you barely recognize her. She was so in touch with the eccentricities of the character that she became endlessly memed, as we can all see ourselves in the raw untidiness of the real life, real person she skillfully portrayed. Viola's line deliveries, especially that of my favorite quote, "I am ambitious, black, bisexual, angry, sad, strong, sensitive, scared, fierce, talented, exhausted," sent shivers down my spine. Black women are simply not allowed to be this way in public. We are not allowed to be this way and be successful, loved, or forgiven, but Annalise was, and everyone rooted for her. It was monumental for Shonda to put a character like this out there and not be terrified, maybe she was, that she would be ripped off the air after 1 or 2 seasons. In real life, in real courts, in the White House, in our families, Black women simply aren't given this much grace, and rarely are people willing to hear our side of the story unless we blunt and shave ourselves smooth in order to be more palatable. So for lack of better words, she's fucking iconic. Over the years, we have been given more and more joyful bisexuals as well as evil bisexuals, but Annalise Keating defies both archetypes. A monoracial, yes, it matters, dark-skinned Black woman, and the main character of a network show, a hero, a villain, a woman with immense power and flaws. I doubt we will see anyone comparable for a long while.